Today I've met up with Simon. We've got our Christmas mudlarking gear on and we're hoping to find some good bits of history to show you. It's an absolutely beautiful day. It's so mild for December. Really, really warm and very, very peaceful. Well, there's quite a bit of pottery around here, which is nice. It's always a sign that there could be something else. Oh, what's this? Oh, look at that. It's a shame that the head is missing. It's a little person. So I'm going to see if I can retrieve this bottle. Let's see what this is. A little bottle that's been laying in the mud for a long time. But what is it? It's quite a pretty little design on it, isn't it? I shall show it to Simon and see if he knows what it is. It's like another spirit bottle or something. It's got like a zigzaggy kind of design on the sides.
You'll see a rainbow in a minute, I reckon.
Oh, I hope so. I love rainbows. This is extremely muddy, this outing. Here you are, Simon, look, this bottle. I'm not going to take it, but it's quite pretty.
Yeah, water, I think, possibly. Don't know.
Nice
though.
I'm going to leave it there.
Yeah. Okay, we're coming to a bit of a bottle area now.
This bottle here, which looks like it's got something
Oh wow,
on
I think it's the name of a pub.
Oh my
I
god.
can see the words British Oak.
British Oak. Grove Lane.
Fantastic.
Oh, excellent. So that's like a flask
yeah,
then.
that's a pub flask that would have been given out closing time, or because obviously they didn't have off licences back then. So you'd get your little takeaway, your gin, whiskey, whatever, fill it up, nice bit of advertising for the pub.
Oh, I'm really happy with that.
That's amazing. I love those bottles. They're one of my favourite bottles to find, just because of the information on them and you know, the history you can look into. So it might even still be there, you never know. Grove Lane, we'll have to check it out.
Brilliant, I'll be looking that up. And actually that reminds me, I haven't even researched the one I found in the bottle dump yet.
Well, there's plenty to look at. The British Oak.
A nice Christmas present wrapped in mud.
That's it. Mud presents.
Oh, look at that. A beautiful part of a rainbow. The pot of gold has got to be over there then. It's quite faint, but you can still see it. I do love rainbows. Maybe it's a symbol of hope for 2021. It's good exercise, this, walking in this mud. But it's always good to be in twos when you're in mud like this. Always good to take Father Christmas with you. Just in case you get stuck. Ooh, now I've just seen a little piece of pottery here that looks quite promising. Oh yeah. What's that? British Tea Table Co. Limited. I've never heard of that before. Have you heard of that?
What you got there, Nick?
British Tea Table and Co. Limited.
No, but we have history of finding teapots, don't we? What was that company? The aerated. Yeah,
there was the aerated teapot or something. The tea company, bread company. They
invented crumpets or something like that.
Something like that.
If you haven't seen that video, go and check it out. It's a really good video. We go on a bottle beach and find some amazing treasures. But that's a top drawer find.
Yeah, that's
do some
great. And it has made me think of tea and cakes.
Must be that time for lunch then.
I think so. Now over there I've just seen what looks like a really pretty piece of pottery. I shall zoom in on it, see if you can see it. It's just there. It's always exciting when you see a little scene on a piece of pottery, and this is perfect. Look at this, it's perfect. A little man right in the middle of the plate, reading his book, contemplating right in the middle of the marshes here.
Got one for you, Nick.
Oh, you've got something for me?
Yeah, a little bit of pottery.
Ooh,
Like
let's go see. Because I've just picked up a really cute little scene.
Well, I might be able to match you on that. It's very small, very small. You might have to put your macro lens on for this.
Tiny, really tiny, is it? Oh, look at that! Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's absolutely stunning.
Can you read the words underneath?
Yeah, Fleet Street.
Yeah, exactly, where all the newspapers and stuff were printed.
Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that.
Well, you can have it, Nick. It's a present from me to
Really?
you.
That's so kind
Santa's
of
giving you a present this Christmas, so enjoy. Shame it's not wrapped up, but I'll wrap it up in mud for you if you want.
Oh, thank you so much. I love that.
You're welcome. Good. Got a genuine smile on your face as well.
Look, I found this little man sitting in the middle of the mud.
You picked up
over there.
Yeah. Oh, that's lovely.
Isn't it?
That's sweet. Excellent. Oh, there we go. We're getting some lovely shots.
We get some lovely shots.
There's still plenty of time.
Yeah,
so
there is.
That big Charlotte Sea plate over there as well.
Oh, I wonder. It would be amazing, wouldn't it, if there was something absolutely incredible on it? You're going to go and have a look?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it. Go and see.
It,
what do you think, everyone? Place your bets. Place your bets. Okay, you flip it over. It might be willow plate.
Oh, nice.
It's a nice plate of winkles.
Yeah.
Don't mind if I do. Thank you. Canapes on the foreshore.
There we go. We'll put these little fellas back. Look, with a little family. We might put this back if we don't want to keep it, just so that we can not take the little home.
No.
England to Yale. Dalton. Burslem.
Mark there.
Semi-porcelain, even a paint number. So they're very impressed with this this design.
Yeah.
So should we leave it for the winkles?
Yeah, let's leave it for the winkles.
Okay, there you go. They can go back on their
little winkly home.
Plate house. Yeah.
Oh, now what's this? This looks quite interesting. I reckon Sci-Fines is going to like this. Look at this.
Oh yeah! Wow! That is so cool.
Isn't that nice?
The Alexandra Swan and Son Thompson
feeling bottle. Oh, is it
feeding?
Is it feeling or feeling or feeding?
Feeling, as in
feeling bottle.
You feel it. That's bizarre.
Isn't that nice? Gosh, that's nice.
And also, look, I found this piece of broken pottery, and it seems to have broken right at the perfect point, because now it's a little weird kind of dreamy scene going on. I don't know how.
It is.
It was so lucky to be broken at that spot, but I'll take that.
That's
I'm sure what I'm going to do with it, but love it.
Now back to this.
Yeah, that's great.
Feeling bottle. I love that.
Are you feeling it, Nick?
I'm feeling it, yeah.
There's another piece just here, just right by the plate. Look.
Oh, what is it? Oh, it's another name. Look at that.
Ritter and Clifford.
Ritter and Clifford.
I don't know what that is. It's like a belt or something, is it?
Ritter and Clifford.
But it probably would have been, it might be a
Critter.
G or a B.
Ritter and Clifford.
Yeah, sweet.
That's nice.
Another one for you, Nick.
Oh, thanks. Wow, you've been so generous today.
Well, you know, it is Christmas and all that.
He's got his Father Christmas hat on. He thinks he's Father Christmas now.
Yeah, but you're not having the beer bottle though, that's mine.
There's all sorts of intriguing bits of pottery here, and there's another little bit of plate here, and it's got GES on it. So I don't know what that would have said in its entirety. I've just picked this piece of plate up, and what's interesting is it's got a design on there I recognise. It's got, well, at least I think I recognise it. It looks as if it's got part of a W and part of an R, I think. So that could have come from wardroom, a naval plate, I think. Also, I've just seen over here, right over there, it's very muddy here, a bottle poking out. I'm just going to go and have a look and see if it's anything worth taking. See it there? Just poking out of the mud. Let's go and have a look. It could be, oh, I think it's blue, you know. Oh yes, that's nice. That's a blue bottle. Yeah, that's going to look really nice when it's clean. A lovely blue medicine bottle, I think. You can't see much of the blue there at the moment, but believe me, it's there. Put that in my bag, which is becoming very heavy and very muddy. So it makes me want to have a little bit more of a look around here, actually. Let's go and see what there is. See if there's anything over here. That's a jar. It's going to be plain. What's this? That looks like an old pipe. I shall show Simon my nice blue bottle. I found a nice blue bottle here. Oh, nice, isn't it? Can't see it, but yeah, I think he'll like that. Do you think I should give it to him in return for those bits of pottery he gave me? It does have some kind of... oh no, it doesn't. It's plain. Well, as you so kindly gave me these lovely pottery shards, I think this should be yours. Oh, yeah? Yeah, I think it's exchange gifts in the mud time.
Oh, how kind of you.
Well, I hope you want it. You might not even want it. I think...
socks, is it? Oh, that's beautiful.
Do you like it?
Yes, I do. I love it.
Oh, good. See, two happy people swapping pottery and bottles.
That's beautiful. I will put that on display, pride of place. Thank you very much, Nick.
Should look nice when it's cleaned up. You get the sun
fantastic.
streaming through it.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Cool. Good job I didn't put that in my mouth. Look at that pro.
Now over here is the tiniest little bottle, look, it's so cute. And it still has its little cork in it. Look at that. A little magical potion bottle. Now just over there I can see the neck of a bottle, but it's not just any bottle. As you can see, there's still a Vulcanite stopper in it, and it would be great if there was some kind of identifying mark on it. And there is. It is really clear as well. It's, is it Fremlin? Fremlin Rochester. So I shall take that and look them up. Just realised that I've got a big splodge of mud on my camera, I think.
What you found, Nick?
Well, I was just standing looking down at the mud like that, and suddenly I saw something. It was a little bit camouflaged at first, but then as my eyes got used to it, because it sort of blends in with the pebbles around it. But look down here, look.
Oh wow, yeah.
Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that absolutely beautiful?
It's probably Pratt's ware.
That's so
It's
nice.
a pot lid.
So it's a chappie on a horse, and yeah, it's part of a lid, isn't it? It's really nice.
Well done.
And actually, I've just found another nice little piece of pottery as well, which I'll show you.
Oh wow, yeah, it's like a gentleman looking down at his fellow workers or something in the field while they're working away or something like that.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, Prattware, that is, I think.
It's a nice little Christmas present from the mud. Found another little cute bit there as well. Look.
Oh.
Everyone's missing their heads these days, apart from you've gone and found a leg.
Yeah, we've got plenty of legs today.
got limbs and heads and all sorts going on.
Well done.
Thank you. Oh well, the sun is going down, but the finds are still coming up. Look at this. It's another little fragment of pottery with a little face on it. I am partial to a pretty piece of pottery, and I like that. There's another piece here which looks quite interesting. It's got a logo of something on it. It's pretty bad light. It's got a bit of algae on it, so I can't see it, but I shall take that home and see if we can work out what it is in its entirety. Ooh, there's something else down there. What's this? This is a bit of a treat, isn't it? Or maybe it's the back of the plate. I don't know. I'm going to take that though, to have a closer look at it. It looks potentially intriguing. Well, I've had a great Christmas outing today. It really has been like finding presents in the mud. I've been so lucky. What a great time I've had. So let's go back and take a closer look at some of the things that I found and see if we can find out any history about them.
Well, there we go, mud lovers. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and all that's left to say is a very Merry Christmas.
Hi everyone, thank you very much for watching, and before I start I just want to wish you all a very, very happy Christmas, and wherever you are today and whoever you're with, or if you're on your own, I hope that you really do have a lovely day. I am going to go through the items which I found scattered on the mud during our Christmas outing. It was brilliant to meet up with Sci-Finds and to get our Christmas gear on. I thought the sequins contrasted nicely with the mud, and it's any excuse to get the sequins out, quite honestly, because I do love glamming up with nice shiny things, and what better time to do it than at Christmas. And so I've tried to keep with the Christmassy theme and create a little bit of a grotto here, so I hope you approve. So let's get started, and I'm going to start off with this little piece of harmless looking ceramic here. It did make me laugh because I did think initially that it said feeling bottle, which automatically conjured up ideas of a sensitive little bottle bottling up its emotions, if you'll excuse the pun. But don't be fooled, this is not a sensitive bottle, and it actually hides a rather sinister past. This comes from what was known as the Alexandra Bottle. It was a baby's feeding bottle. And around about that time, this probably dates from about 1870, there were several different types of baby's feeding bottle, and they were marketed under the names, the harmless sounding names of Mummy's Cherub and Mummy's Darling, and this one was known as the Alexandra. And they were designed to enable babies to feed themselves, and they didn't have teats attached directly to the bottle like modern day baby bottles. They used to have a rubber tube going from the bottle all the way up to the teat, like the photos I'm going to show you now, and it enabled the babies to be propped up in their chair or wherever and feed themselves without actually having to hold the bottle. Now the problem with these bottles or at least one of the problem with the bottles, was that the tube was terribly difficult to clean, and it didn't help that Mrs. Beeton, who was the undeniable lifestyle guru of the day for any discerning Victorian woman, actually advised that the bottles, and these little tubes in particular, didn't have to be cleaned more than once every 2 or 3 weeks. So of course the bacteria were having a heyday, and unfortunately many children who used these bottles died before they reached the age of 2, and in fact I think it was something like 2 out of 10 children made it to their 2nd birthday who used these bottles. I don't know if that's true, it sounds rather alarming, but indeed many babies were ill because they were poisoned by the prolific bacteria in these bottles. And so terrible. They were banned in about 1910, and then they moved on to slightly better bottles. They then moved on to things like this banana bottle, which I also found in the Thames mud, and the teats were directly put on the ends here, so they were easier to clean. But these, with the long rubber tube, they were absolutely deadly, and eventually they became known as death bottles or murder bottles. So really not very nice at all, and not very Christmassy either, so sorry about that, and definitely not a sensitive little bottle as I initially thought. So I will now move on to my next find, which is another kind of bottle for the larger person, and this is from the British Oak in Grove Lane. It's a flask which comes from apparently a very nice distinguished old Victorian pub which was close to Hackney. I haven't found out a great deal about it, it's no longer there, but whoever it belonged to would have taken away some brandy or wine, I suppose, and drunk it at home. So a flask from the British Oak in Grove Lane. Sticking with the theme of pubs and taverns, we've got here these 2 pieces of plate, which I found separately actually, but they do fit together rather remarkably, and it's from, well, these 2 pieces fit together, and it's from the 3 Bucks Tavern, and it was run by a William Swainston. I really like the fact that there's the 3 bucks on there, because it sort of looks a little bit like the Father Christmas's reindeers. Again, I didn't find out a great deal about it, but I know that it was in the City of London and was also a very prominent drinking place. So that's that. Now, what have we got next? Sticking to the theme again of drinking and pubs and taverns, there is this really nice Vulcanite bottle stopper here. Now, it's great when you get a story from a simple thing like a bottle stopper, and this one is marked with the name of Fremlin's from Rochester, and it was Ralph Fremlin who founded the Fremlin's brewery back in about 1861, but he didn't drink. He was also very, very religious, and he didn't agree with pubs at all. He used to actually provide Bible classes for the people who worked in his brewery, and he didn't sell any of his beer to pubs because he didn't like the Victorian pub establishment. So what he used to do is deliver his bottles of beer from house to house with a horse and cart. He believed that it would be easier to modify your alcohol consumption if you were just drinking at home and not in the pub, and so that is what he did, and it was very successful. I'm not sure if I agree with his thinking there, but that's what he used to do. So as you can see, we've got a variety of pub and tavern related objects, and of course this rather murderous bottle. So now let's move on to something else which is a little bit more food related, and it is the British Tea Table Company Limited. Now, this was founded by a John Pierce in 1892. He already had lots of different restaurants, but the first thing I noticed about John Pierce is that his dad was a hatter. And of course, I immediately thought, of the Mad Hatter's tea party, and I wondered if there was any link to that, or indeed was John Pierce the son of the Mad Hatter? Probably not, but it's quite a funny little coincidence that his dad was a hatter. But anyway, moving on from that, he founded the British tea table companies in about 1892, and they became very popular. There were about 40 or so outlets by about 1897, and they used to serve ham salad and egg on toast, and they did very well. Again, he was a teetotaler, and so the British tea table was an alternative to the Victorian pub, really. And as always, just talking about the British tea table makes me think about tea and cake, so I've got something here to eat and I've got some tea. But first of all, there is a link to this teapot, which is sitting here, currently full of tea, ready to pour into my cup. The British Tea Table Company was actually taken over by the aerated bread company eventually in the sort of late 19th century, and as it happens, I happen to have this aerated bread company teapot, and you may recognise it because actually Sci-Fines found this teapot when we went out on an earlier outing along the River Thames, maybe 1 or 2 years ago even, and he cleaned it up, and now it's perfectly good and clean enough to have a nice cup of tea in it. So that's exactly what I plan to do. So in a moment I'm going to pour myself a cup of tea. But before I do, lastly I wanted to mention I've got like a few fragments of pottery here which I haven't been able to find anything out about, and it would be really great to find the missing words, the missing sort of story of these pieces. So I'm going to put the pictures up on the screen now, and if you can complete any of the phrases, for example this one here, for age and something or other, a little man in a hat under a tree, and then we've got this one, this tiny piece here, which is absolutely beautiful, and all you can see on it is Fleet Street. And this one here, which says something like Ritter and Clifford. I can't find anything about that either. So if you can complete any of those puzzles, then it would be great to hear from you. So I've now been through everything, I think. So all that remains is me to pour a lovely cup of tea into my favourite cup from my lovely aerated bread company teapot. And well, as you know, Christmas is a little bit strange this year. Yeah, that's good. And so many people aren't able to spend Christmas with their families or the people that they love or their friends, the people that they want to be with, and many people are going to be on their own. And indeed this year, my mum usually comes over every Christmas. My mum and stepdad usually come over every Christmas, and it's going to be so weird this year not having them. And so I have had to do some of the Christmas cooking this year. And so my mum has this amazing recipe for beef patties, and it's been passed down generations of our family. I've got 2 of them here, and I've been making them. So somehow or other I will feel my mum's presence because of her beef patties. And she also knitted me a really cute little angel to put on the top of my Christmas tree. So she and my stepdad will definitely be in my thoughts as I celebrate Christmas. And let's hope that 2021 will be a much, much better year. And so happy Christmas everybody, take care, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing you again very soon, and to doing lots more explorations in the mud and researching the history and the fascinating stories behind the things that I find. Take care and see you again soon.